Here's a question before we get off of this coaching portal, but the more I've thought about it, the more I go back to this take that I had earlier in the year. Do you think anybody's called Dabo?
Interesting that you say this. We talked about this on the radio today. Or do you think Dabo's called anyone?
I think it's happened. And it's because of the idea that I believe he needs to be in a different place where he can be fresh.
And maybe he realized that.
Maybe he does, right? Like they don't deify me in X, Y, or Z location, and they're going to push me out of my comfort zone, and I need to refresh my message, and maybe I need to do it somewhere else. And I'm curious if anybody's looking at him, knowing he ain't going to be coaching late in the year, and saying, okay, we could get Dabo. He's got championships. We can, if you believe in him as a coach, we can work on the new messaging, and he's going to be our guy moving forward. I'm curious.
I am too. And I think that is what would really send shockwaves to this carousel.
I agree.
Because, you know, there in 2021, staying on Brian Kelly for a second, Brian Kelly to LSU and Lincoln Riley to USC, like those sent shockwaves. Like those were just stunning, huge moves. And all of our conversations about how crazy this carousel is going to be have not really included the possibility of something like that happening.
The secondary,
the implosion
goes
like
to one of these open jobs. It's crazy to think about.
Right. And so, but Dabo would be ripe for it. And I worked with Dan Wolken at USA Today for a long time. And he always he developed a theory and he sticks by it, a 10-year rule that after 10 years, it might just not work anymore. Like you just know too much about each other. All the warts are there. Yep. Like you said, the appreciation isn't quite there anymore. Like it's just, what have you done for me lately? And also, okay, well now we're bored winning, going 11-1. Like why haven't we won a natty in a while?
I'm with you. I think it's a great rule. I think about it just from a professional perspective. A lot of people who spend 20 years in a job and they're like, well, how come I'm not making as much money as the guy working at X, Y, or Z company? It's like, well, you should have job hopped a little bit more. Right. And so it's this idea of being in new environments and like putting yourself on a different track, getting around different people with different thought processes. The biggest issue to me with Dabo and Clemson is the echo chamber that exists there, where it's all guys that he's brought up, and it's either former players or guys that he brought in as GAs that he's just elevated, and you don't have a lot of outside thought there. It's a thing that I think about.
No, I think I like that as a hypothetical, because I want everyone's brains to just be open to the possibility of something crazy like that. Because there are only 3 active coaches that have national championships. Kirby Smart's not going anywhere.
Nope.
Ryan Day, we've been joking on Sirius all week. Like, if he loses to Michigan, call him that day and be like, hey,
I think so.
Hey, you went through this. Do you want to do it again? Like, you want to just come here? You want to come somewhere else? But otherwise, like, that's it. Those are the ones. Although Jimbo Fisher is trying to get back into coaching. He's got a natty.
I mean, thinking about the guys on the sideline becomes a little bit intriguing too. Like, I know folks are tossing around Saban, they're tossing around Urban's name, which, like, I think both of those guys have told you what they feel about the new era. But like the Jimbo thing becomes interesting. I know Gruden's name's being tossed around. Don't necessarily love that. And then to the point about guys who just got fired, they'd be able to step in tomorrow if you hired them. So
yeah, if you want to hire James Franklin, if you're Virginia Tech and you want to hire James Franklin, you can do it right now.
Right now.
So all of that's going to be interesting. We'll keep tracking on the carousel. It feels like it's just going to be a dominant topic of conversation the rest of the season. So much fun though.
Like trying to pick the fit and like, where do you want to see guys and who would do well where and who could get poached. Like, it's fun.
It is. And again, I don't think many people thought that the Indiana head coach would say, keep me out of this. I don't want to be in this. That was one of the,
feels like a big domino right away where he was like, nope, not in it.
Not in it. Indiana's going to pay me $1 zillion. It's fine.
$1 zillion.